Well, hello everybody, and we have a few welcomes today. First of all, welcome to the It's in Queens podcast, covering events in the world's most diverse borough between July 12th and July 18th. I would also offer a welcome to Chris Donovan.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Who has not been with us for a while.
Yeah,
had a family emergency.
Missed a couple. Vacation.
A whole bunch of stuff.
A lot of things are going down all at the same time.
Yeah, okay. Well, welcome back.
I'm very happy to be back.
See you again.
And I want to thank Tara and Sacramento for filling in so expertly. I was very worried about the status of my job, honestly.
Yeah,
kept
Tara's
calling Rob the
last
3 weeks. Am I still okay?
Do we have any more welcomes?
Welcome.
Come on down.
Yeah, welcome to Queens.
We got a week that you wouldn't believe. It's so much music this
Chock
week.
full of.
It is so much music this week, and a lot of it is really fantastic.
It's music to my ears, Rob.
Is it music to your ears? It's for a music lover like myself. There's just not enough time.
I'm a music lover, not a music fighter.
Yeah, same here. I'm only gonna list a couple of them, but
get
a lot
into
more.
It. Come on, there's so much going on.
The first one is kind of like the big blowout.
All right. Oh, this is the Jamaica Downtown.
The Jamaica Downtown Jazz Festival, which is from July 12th to July 14th. That's 3 days. It's their first one. The first time they've done it, and they're going like.
They're going out.
The press release, because it had the list of the artist bios, press release I think is 10 pages.
Whoa.
That's how many. There's just going to be so much jazz music going on.
Well, Queens is the home of jazz, right?
Queens is one of the homes, and that's why they're going to. So some of these concerts are going to be free. Some of them are going to be ticketed.
Yeah.
But there's also a jazz walk tour where
right.
you can see all the famous jazz people's houses where they lived in Queens.
Yeah.
A bunch of exhibitions. And they're going to show a film on Aretha Franklin.
Ah, look at that.
Who died last year.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, and it's about the making of her album in 1972.
Oh, okay. Right at the height of her power.
Yep, right at the height of her power. I'm also proud to say that the headliner of the show, of the concerts, is Milton Graves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're a jazz guy, but he's a really good percussionist.
I have good jazz hands.
You do?
Yeah.
Did
you see that?
Yeah, those are jazzy hands.
Yeah.
He's been around since the 60s, great percussionist, and he is a Southeast Queens native.
There you go.
In fact, he, as I understand, he still lives in his grandfather's house, which is only about 10 blocks from where the festival is in Jamaica.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So that's kind of fun. He stayed on close to home.
The art is locally sourced.
Yes, it is definitely locally sourced, and it's the first one. I've been talking to the organizers. They are getting into this.
It's from JCAL?
So it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, JCAL is putting these together, and JPAC.
Everything is going to go on. We have the Jamaica Performing Arts Center, and we have the Jamaica Center for Arts and Learning. They're both on Jamaica Avenue.
That's right.
Between 153rd and 161st,
yes.
I believe.
Yes.
Everything's going to go on all right over there, except for, of course, the Jazz Walk tours and stuff like that. So, Jamaica doesn't get enough credit. People think New Orleans is jazz, or Chicago, Memphis, Kansas City is jazz.
I scoff at them. Scoff.
No. Southeast Queens is where it's all at.
Southeast Queens, baby.
I'll just go quickly through another thing. We've got a big flamenco. We're in the middle of the summer stage.
Outdoor dancing
New York
season.
City Parks Foundation summer stage, and we actually have 3 things coming up in Queensbridge Park.
Okay.
Queensbridge Park is really not in Queensbridge. It's all the way over by the water. Have you ever been there? There's a big stage.
They play baseball over there.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah, they have
I saw a Wynton Marsalis concert there. But on the 22nd, they have Flamenco, a Palo Seco, which is a name of a band. It's also the name of a style of flamenco. They're going to be around. The next day, July 13th, you have Rock en Español.
Oh, see?
Can you say that?
Rock en Español.
You see, this is a bilingual program.
Yeah, damn right.
It's actually a night of a lot of Argentinian rock. Argentines.
A lot of the American metal acts do very well in Argentina.
Yeah,
they love
Argentina,
hard rock and heavy metal.
Chile, Uruguay are places that they identify more with rock than with sort of the salsa cumbia stuff. Yeah. Definitely.
It's amazing.
They produce a lot of rockers.
Yeah,
a lot of
for
rockers
sure.
too. This one, you've got a whole bunch of acts, but one of them is a guy named Leon Geico, who is a singer-songwriter. He's considered to be the Bob Dylan of Argentina. He writes stuff. He writes a lot of stuff critical of the government and other stuff. And because Argentina is not the United States, he's actually had a lot of problem with the government.
I bet, because they don't play that down there.
Yeah, they don't play that.
There's not a whole thing about free speech over there.
Yep. The next night, July 14th, in the same place, Queensbridge Park, there's Avery Sunshine, who's an R&B singer.
Okay.
She
her real name is Denise White. Denise
Nicole White. Yeah, and her big hit is called "Call My Name." Sorry, I don't know much about R&B.
I know a lot about it. I just don't know about this one.
Yeah. Okay. If we went just a little bit north to Socrates Sculpture Park,
let's take a walk.
Another great Queens native will be presenting an evening on the culture of hip hop or urban music and fashion.
Queens and the Bronx go back and forth trying to battle for hip hop supremacy.
Yeah,
and starting where it started. I think.
Yeah,
I think the Bronx started and the Queens perfected.
I don't know because Queensbridge had a lot of music going on in the 70s.
Yeah, for sure.
Ralph McDaniels, whose name is McDaniels, not McDonald's.
Right, that's right.
The rhymes are his, but the burgers are Ronald's, right?
That's Daryl.
That would be his brother?
I don't think they're related,
actually. Ralph McDaniels and Daryl McDaniels are not brothers.
No, it's funny. I don't think they are.
Even though they grew up like almost in the same exact
area
in Queens, and they've been best friends, and they're in the same industry. Oh, okay.
Because I know Daryl McDaniels was adopted.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. So I don't think they're family for some reason.
Wow, okay. I always thought he was part. And they also came up at the exact same time.
Right, and they had, of course, Run DMC appeared on Video Music Box quite a bit.
Right.
That was that was a groundbreaking show.
Ralph McDaniels is the founder, and he was the co-host. Is that right, along with Ed Lover or something?
No. That's you're thinking about MTV Raps with Ed Lover and Dr. Dre.
Video Music Box is the one on the other channel.
It was on the other channel. It was on channel, I think, growing up in Queens was channel 31.
Yeah, it was back in the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it was the only place you could get hip hop on TV because MTV at that point hadn't started playing rap videos, so you'd have to go and find the Video Music Box to get your fill of hip hop.
Well, anyway, he's going to be there with his whole crew, so if you want to see what a rap person looks like when they've turned 60,
well, he directed Wu-Tang's Cream video, which is one of the best hip-hop videos of all time.
Okay. And another little thing about Ralph McDaniel, he is an employee of the Queens Library.
That's right. He's their hip-hop historian.
Yeah, he does events there all the time out at the Queens Library. Yeah. So if you want to go out and see him on a nice, beautiful day, that's July 13th, 3 o'clock in Socrates Sculpture Park.
That's something I'd bring my son to.
I just go to hang out and talk to the guys.
Oh, they're
like,
amazing.
Man, I remember you when you were 50, and when you were 20 years old, you had a Kangol hat and a big gold chain.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's going on. We also have the second leg of the Jackson Heights Jazz Festival.
Okay.
That's going on. It went on last weekend. Now it's going on. You've got a concert at Espresso 77, which is a really nice
coffee house.
You've got at Travers Park, outdoor, and then you've also got it at the Queensboro, which is that new restaurant.
Oh yeah, the one on Northern Boulevard.
Yeah, looks like a nice little place. I got to head in there and try it.
I used to buy my Lee jeans at the store next to the
Queensboro.
Yeah.
Lee jeans.
Lee jeans.
You learn a new thing about this guy every day, I tell you.
Now they had husky sizes. That's why.
Oh yeah. All right. Could I have the husky size, please?
Yes, please.
Something that is awfully near and dear to my heart because I actually did the translation of the narration on July 13th at the Frank Sinatra High School. The Ayazama Dance Group is going to perform a bunch of whole Ecuadorian dances. They're not exactly Ecuadorian; you could call them Andean because some of them actually take place in Peru and Bolivia.
Okay.
But it's a whole. They do the one with the bottle on the head and all those. They're all related to old Incan dances that go back. They asked me to translate the thing for the what they call the voice of the god, the person who speaks while they're dancing.
Yeah.
So they're going to be doing things like bomba. You've heard of that kind of music, right? Marimba, the marimba
for sure. Yeah.
Fandango, San Juanito, Amorfinos. All that stuff. All of those cultures that how Ecuador is that. Catholicism came in, and basically some of the Catholicism feasts merged with the Incan feasts and pagan, and everything came. So there'll be a lot of that dancing, and I can tell you right now, they explain everything and like what this comes from and what this is and what this dance means.
And this is the Frank Sinatra School.
And it's at the Frank Sinatra School of the Arts.
That's a great program.
Yeah. Oh, the Ayazama or Frank Sinatra?
Well, I mean, for this particular program, Frank Sinatra's a great school, obviously, but this program's
it's
very
fantastic.
Cool.
They wear indigenous dresses and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I went last time.
You never have to leave Queens to visit the world.
You never have to leave Queens. And you know the story about the Frank Sinatra School of the Arts? Maybe you can confirm this.
It was Tony Bennett, right? Started it to like pay tribute, but Tony Bennett's an Astoria guy.
But isn't it true that you cannot name a school after a living person?
I knew you can't name a street. I think they passed that rule for sure. You definitely can't name a street.
Well, it's my understanding that the school right now is called Frank Sinatra School of the Arts.
As soon as Tony Bennett dies.
The auditorium is called the Tony Bennett Auditorium.
Okay.
And once Tony Bennett dies, it switches.
Oh, a little switcheroo?
It becomes the Tony Bennett School of the Arts, and we go to the Frank Sinatra Auditorium. Maybe I shouldn't be spreading a rumor like that on such a widely consumed podcast.
You know, this is going to probably be on the front page of the Times.
Yeah, they're going to talk about weather. Yeah. One other
the Queens was featured in the Times over the weekend.
Yes,
did you see that?
I hope everyone saw that. Yeah. We had 3 articles I read.
Yeah.
About being a tourist in Queens, basically.
Right.
That's just
they did not call either one of us, by the way.
I'm totally offended.
I'm a bit offended. I'm going to go another year without renewing my Times subscription. It's now been 30 years in a row.
Really?
I have not.
They always offend you every year. They find something.
Yeah. Like it might be because I work for the Daily News, but
it's not because those editorials are so hard to understand.
No, they use big words. I hate multi-syllabic words.
Right, exactly.
I can't even say that.
There's a fun thing that the Flushing Town Hall does, which they do whenever there's a full moon. Mm-hmm. They have a drum circle where you get together and you play the drums to the full moon.
Drum circles at Flushing Town Hall are great. Drum circles when you're camping with strangers, not so good.
Right. The Flushing Town Hall has the.
They have the professionals.
And the Boy Scouts of America endorsed.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, this time they're doing an Afro-Brazilian drum circle. They've done like Puerto Rican percussion and stuff. Yeah. They're doing Afro-Brazilian, and they have a guy who used to be in a band called Timbalada, so he's going to be teaching. They're going to have a bunch of percussion instruments. Most of them are small. The timbo, the caixa, the surdo, the repique, the shekere, the tamborim, and the pandeiro.
Nice. Pandeiro. Watch that last word. You can almost.
You want to do that with a bunch of other people. You get a lot of the left wing. People that there's that contingent of left-wing people at Flushing Town Hall.
Yes. I imagine they're all pretty lefty.
Well, yeah.
The arts tend to do that to people.
Yeah. Beyond that, let's take a step out of music.
Okay. Sure.
Let's finish it off with some other stuff. Mm-hmm. Taiwanese puppetry. There is a puppet show at Flushing Town Hall. Actually, again, July 14th for kids. This is a 4th generation Taiwanese puppet company. Mm-hmm. And they actually do not have words.
Oh, that's cool.
So the puppets tell stories.
Without speaking.
Yeah, the whole idea is to tell the
story. You can do it in any language if you're not speaking.
They can travel the world.
They could not speak in every language.
Exactly. And the puppet show features all kinds of martial arts scenes and special performance techniques.
Yeah, I like that.
So yeah, that's totally cool.
That's the 14th. Okay.
There's also a birthday party or a Sweet 16. The Volker Orth Museum.
I was going to say quinceañera. That's 15.
Quinceañera. It's not a quinceañera. One of our favorite historical houses,
Volker
Orth, out in Flushing, Queens, is having the 16th birthday party. The house, the historic house, is 128 years old, but the nonprofit that runs it is 16 years old.
Okay.
So they're having a Sweet 16 birthday party with, of course, the famous tea that they make there. Do you know that they have their own famous
lawn tea? Yeah.
They also have grapes, and they make their own juice. Did you know that?
Kidding.
They make, they have a Victorian garden and bird sanctuary, and they even have a whole bee. They have beekeeping over there.
Oh, okay. I know there's a couple of apiaries in Astoria. I didn't know there was one in Flushing as well.
There's a guy there that gives lessons.
If you eat the honey from the bees there, you don't get allergies in your neighborhood. That's what I was told.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I actually have a friend who grew up in rural Ecuador, and her mother would take a honeycomb, and she would chop it up, and her dessert would be a little piece of the honeycomb, and she'd eat the whole honeycomb.
Sweet as hell, right?
Yeah, that's great.
It sounds delicious.
Completely
to me.
natural.
You ever have like the fried dough at the honey in a Greek restaurant? I mean, it's
fantastic.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's the Folklore Art Museum, it's Victorian. The architecture is Victorian, and so the idea behind this, obviously, you can come as you want, but there will be a lot of Victorian era fashion.
Yes, you should come dressed as someone from the Victorian era.
It might be fun. I might just stop by to say hi.
Yeah, check that out.
What are some of your favorite Victorian era fashion items?
Oh, I don't have fashion items, but I do have Tussie Mussies.
Tussie Mussies?
Yes.
What are those?
I just looked this up. It's a small bunch of flowers or aromatic herbs.
Those little, it looks like you put here.
Yeah, like a boutonniere.
Yeah. So that's one thing that they mentioned, that there will be Tussie Mussies.
Tussie Mussies.
I wonder if everyone who gets a little Tussie Mussie, a little Victorian era. What do we call those now when you put the flower in your thing?
It's carnation. A
boutonniere. A carnation. Yeah. So you can go for you can get iced tea, you can get Tussie Mussies. And
get your own honey.
Get your own honey. Two other quick things. Book talk. A guy named Richard Panchik has written a book on the hidden history of Queens. Oh. And it's all the little stuff that no one knows about.
Oh, I like to see
Although
that.
you know some of it. Like for example, that the first transatlantic flight took off from Rockaway.
That's right.
I know that's in that book.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's a little thing about 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. It has, do you know that it has a Queen's...
now you're dropping some knowledge.
It's in that book. But he will be at the King Manor Museum on July 14th.
July 14th, yeah.
He will be discussing and signing the book.
Okay, that's cool.
So you can get a sign. And then the final thing is that there's Queens Botanical Garden. Well, the final thing on my end.
Yeah.
Queens Botanical Garden has an artist in residency program, and they've got a person named Pasqualina Azzarello. Mm-hmm. I don't think
easy for you to say.
I don't think she's an Irish woman from Woodside.
No.
But she's going to be there all this next week, and she's going to be painting a mural.
Okay.
And she'll be doing it for a number of hours, actually from 8 in the morning to 6 o'clock, starting July 16th, 17th, and 18th. You can come by, walk to her, talk to her, add your 2 cents. She'll be there with members of the Junior Nationalist Program, which is one of the programs at Queens Botanical Garden. So you can sit here and watch her make her mural.
I think you need some yellow ochre.
Yes, you can say.
Some Van Dyke brown.
Yes, exactly.
Those are all colors from that guy with Bob Ross with the big afro. Remember he used to paint on Channel 13?
Yes.
Yeah, some titanium white. Or some happy little trees in there.
Or you can say something like, could you put a Tussie Mussie in there?
Could you? Really?
Or you could say, we need more orchids. Orchids are famous in Queens or whatever.
Queens orchids,
yeah. So that's kind of fun. If you can't do it one day, you can do it the other ones.
That's right.
But that's my spiel. Let me just say that there's a lot more stuff going on. And in fact, I think you have something, right?
I do have something at Resorts World on July 13th.
Resorts World.
It's called the New York Music Expo, and it's for
more music.
It's for DJs and producers and artists. They're gonna have all the latest technology, like all the new DJ equipment, all the new speakers, all the new microphones, video.
So it's an
light
expo.
shows.
It's an exposition.
It's an exposition of music stuff. So if you're a DJ, aspiring DJ, maybe an aspiring podcaster, you can find out what the newest and greatest video and lighting and
July
DJ.
13th.
July 13th at Resorts World,
a Saturday.
NYC.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's some stuff going on.
We got lots of stuff going on. It's in Queens, baby.
Yeah, it is in Queens. Please check everything out on our website, which is it'sinqueens.com, and please check everything out on Twitter and Instagram, which is
Facebook.
#it'sinqueens. We also have it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And please enjoy yourself in the borough this weekend.
We'll see you around.
Chris, welcome back.
Oh, it's good to be here.
All right, thanks.